And my coach like goes to the back and brings a belt out. And he's like, well, I only have this this one blue belt. You know, I had some good competitors yesterday, and I don't know who's going to get it. And I thought it was going to be me and Shawnee. We were going to have to like duel for it. I was like, damn, he's gonna try to take my head off. But it wasn't him. And he wanted to give my girlfriend the blue belt as well. But he's like, oh, I only got one. So you guys, I'm going to drop it right here in the middle. And whoever taps first, or whoever gets the submission first is going to get it. And I was like, fuck. And I love my girlfriend, but I was like, oh, I need this belt. I need this belt. Like, I'm tired of all the white belt jokes, like all the, you're just a shitty white belt, this, that. I was like, oh, I need this belt. She'll forgive me. And she gave me a good run for my money. She was scrambling well in the round, but I was like, yeah, I'm catching that neck. Sorry, sweetie.
Okay, let's discuss a few things here. What is up, ladies and gentlemen? It is your friendly neighborhood BJJ podcaster, Rafa Esparza, coming to you with another great installment of the Grappling Hour. I hope you're having a great day. I'm having a pretty good day. We just got some training done and we got some food in our system and we are ready to give you a great interview. But before we do, a couple quick reminders. First and foremost, if you enjoy the show, and I hope that you do, I would love it if you would like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. So like this video, comment on this video, and subscribe to this channel. And if you don't know what you want to comment on right now, we will give you a prompt by the end of this episode. So don't go anywhere on any of that stuff. We will have something for you guys that you can comment on. Who knows what that may be? So hang to the end of the episode for that. You can also check this interview out at patreon.com/grappling hour. You'll see our interviews 30 days before anybody else. And before the poors, which is a mean way of saying it, but like, honestly, they're kind of poor if they're not like supporting your boy over here. Emotionally poor, you can be emotionally poor too. Not just like physically poor, but physically poor is worse. What I'm really trying to say is for $5 a month, it's not that much. You see 4 interviews a month before anybody else. And for a few extra bonus dollars, you can see content that is not available anywhere else. So that means tape studies with people roasting my tape studies with Roast Graph. There's a segment where we watch matches and film with the athletes, and a lot of extra bonus episodes that do not make their way on to any other channel. So be sure to check that out, patreon.com/grappling hour. And if you want to get yourself a Grappling Hour t-shirt or a hoodie, and now there's some tanks in case you're questionably on steroids and want to show off those gains, head on over to rafasparza.com/merch. And finally, last but not least, if you want to continue the discussions that we have here on the show, check us out at our Discord at Grappling Hour. All right, let's get to our guest. Well, our guest has been calling for a shot. He told me he wanted to do one of these interviews, and I'm always game for that because I like people who know what they want. And this young man wanted an interview here, and we got to do one in the cage, but I said, hey, if we're going to do it outright and do it right, you're going to come to the gym, we're going to train for about an hour or so, and then we're going to do a proper interview here. So after his latest win at SparStar, we are happy to welcome one Ace Big Joe. How you doing, brother?
I'm good. How are you, sir?
Very well. All right, let's get to your name. Your name grammatically does not work to me. So define how people call you. Because I was introducing you to the boys here at the gym when you were working with them as Ace. Mm-hmm. But what does the Big Joe do that the Ace doesn't just do initially and automatically?
I don't know. Just everybody calls me by Big Joe, but I told you to say Ace, but
for sure. But like, why do they just call you Big Joe? Because you are not like Fat Joe. Fat Joe is fat.
Yeah.
You are not big. Mm-hmm. But to me, I'm just curious how this all happens because Ace Big Joe sounds like an incorrect and incomplete sentence. Okay. So every time I'm on air and I'm trying to say your name, I'm like, well, Ace Big Joe is making a pass. Ace Big Joe has realized he cannot helicopter pass over somebody.
Yeah.
Oh, he tried to somersault. That's not going to work. So what I'm trying to do is figure out what you would prefer shorthand to be referred to on broadcast by.
Just honestly, Big Joe. Everybody calls me by that.
Okay.
So, I mean,
Well, you had me introduce you to the boys as Ace.
Well,
so that tells me we weren't friends earlier today, sir.
no, that's not true. But I don't know. I just thought of Ace when you asked me right there.
I mean, honestly, I don't know if you know some professional wrestling, but in the lore of New Japan, they refer to somebody who's like their franchise as the Ace.
Yeah.
So when I hear that, I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool. And plus, you also have an ace right underneath the ear. So what prompted you to get that tattoo, sir?
I mean, just because it's my name. And I like Dustin Poirier's tattoos a lot that he has like around his neck. So I was just trying to like do something along those lines. And I was like, oh, my name's Ace, so you could pull it off.
How many tattoos have you gotten so far?
This one, and then I just recently got one on my back.
And who did the tattoo for you?
My buddy, Shawnee.
Okay. Do you do his tattoos too?
No.
No, so he just does the tattoos.
I mean, if he wanted me to do a tattoo, I'd just mess him up real quick.
All I know is I saw him get his name on his back, right?
No. He has a like a skull piece, and it says SoCal.
SoCal. My apologies.
Yeah.
I thought it was his name back there. I didn't look that intently on it. A lot of what I do for most of y'all's tattoos is just, okay, well, we got it. I just assumed it's his name.
Yeah.
Also, it's a very Mexican thing to get your name on the back. So I just assume like, oh, he's got skulls. It's probably his name on top of it. Sorry, Shawnee. How much trust do you have to have in your boy to let you put something on your back permanently?
I mean, I trust him a lot. You know, he's a good friend of mine. We train hours together. So yeah, I have all the trust in the world with him.
I mean, God bless. I love a lot of my friends. I don't know that there's a single one that I really trust for them to tattoo something permanent on me, but I also have 0 tattoos on me. So there is that. And I will say this. If you come to Mama, there's actually some really cool tattoo artists that have come and trained here. Yeah. So like, oh yeah, dude. We have our namesake, if you would, here, 1 million tattoos.
Okay.
Like now starting to run out of billboard space on the body. And he's telling me, he's like, yeah, man, I think my mom doesn't want me to get neck tattoos. And he's close. Like there's rare areas that he's running out of space. So when I ask him, I'm like, oh, who's this guy? He's like, oh, he does my tattoos. And I'm like, oh shit, they're coming to learn striking. And some of them, very good. Yeah. So I think it's Calistine Rabbit. White Rabbit? I don't know. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not good at that. I don't know tattoos. But I support you. And go see my boy, Johnny. Johnny does great shit. So, okay. So Shawnee, you trust him a lot. Yeah. How did this conversation go? Like, when did you say to each other, like, you know, bud, I'm thinking about getting a tattoo. I would love it. Like, bro, will you tattoo me? Like, how does that conversation even go?
Well, we were, before my last white belt tournament, we were discussing this one first. And I was like, could you give me a tattoo? And he was like, oh, absolutely. He's like, after the tournament, we can do it for you. And I was like, all right. And he's pretty gentle. He doesn't have heavy hands, so it wasn't too bad. The back one definitely hurt.
It hurt. How long?
He was enjoying that.
Time-wise, how long time-wise did that take?
Well, I was kind of being a pussy with it a little bit. So he did all the shading on the first day, or sorry, not the shading, the outline, and then he shaded like the BIG, first 3 letters, and then I was like, fuck this, like, can I come back in the morning? We can finish this. And he's like, come on, dude. He was so pissed. And I was like, oh, please spare my life. Like it was so horrible. I'd rather get kicked in the head, honestly.
You know, I'd prefer you don't get kicked in the head because
but
that would be a huge issue with camo. And I don't want that to happen for your fight career, as young, as budding as it is. I just feel like, I know you guys have always been a package team. I've seen you guys corner each other. You're always training with each other. It's fun that we've gotten the opportunity to interview with him. Yeah. And you came up to me after one of your fights. I think it was the first fight you had for SparStar. Yeah. And you were like, next time I want an interview. What was going through your head when you just came up to me to say that? Because I got to be honest with you. A lot of people say that to me. Not everybody has it happen. Yeah. But when somebody calls their shot, I go, all right, I'm going to be watching along. So I'll be interested. So what was going through your head that day?
Well, I was pretty angry because I had just lost, but I knew I put up a good fight. The guy was just a little bit bigger than me, and that was kind of my issue, that fight. But I still felt confident. I was like, I'm going to come back next fight down a weight class, and I'm going to show what I can do. And I was able to show off my striking a little bit, but there's definitely a lot more that I could show with the striking for sure. And I know I'm a lot better than that.
So really what you were trying to tell me was, hey, bud, get comfortable because next time you see me, we're interviewing.
A little bit.
And so what I couldn't pick up was I was like, what did I do? And then I realized I was like, I don't think I did anything. I think it's just him saying like, I'm calling my shot. Next time I'm coming back and we're going to do an interview. And I thought, okay, I want to see that. Like, great. And then you had this incredible fight. You got the win there. There was so much emotion in that moment. What I love about you and Shawnee's relationship is that he was so happy for you. Yeah. And that dude also had a fight later that night, but he came out for yours first.
Yep.
So like for you guys, like what has been the connecting bond? It's obviously like MMA and you guys both being about the same age and having a similar dream, but like what has connected you guys to a point where you say like, yeah, this is my boy who we're going to do this together and we're going to share part of that journey, even though it's one of the most insane things you can do.
Yeah. Honestly, it was just hours and hours of training with him. Like we train jiu-jitsu at night. We go to the boxing gym during the day. And we're just always, he picks me up. So we like carpool together. So, I mean, we just bond, talk about fighting, talk about each other's like opponents we have coming up. We just like have a really good bond.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
I want to ask about this because your walkout, it triggered something in me as a huge pro wrestling fan. So I don't know if you heard me on the play. So when you listen to the actual commentary, did you hear in my voice when I go, wait a second, these civilians don't know what's happening.
Yeah.
They're not popping the way they should be popping because you're walking out to one of the greatest American heroes of all time, Kurt Angle's theme song. So what prompted you to pick that as your walkout song, sir? I
mean, he's, like you said, he's one of the greatest to ever do it in wrestling and pro wrestling as well. He's just very, can't like say the word for it. It's like inspiring in a way. He, I don't know, I just like Kurt Angle a lot, and that's what made me choose that.
I mean, it got a good reaction out of me.
Yeah.
So, did you grow up as a wrestling fan?
Yeah.
Okay.
So when I used to live in Arizona, and I would always be at my my grandma's house, my mom's mom, her ex-husband, his name was Steve, and we'd just watch like Monday Night Raw, Friday Night SmackDown, like every week. Like put some pizza rolls in the oven. We just kick back with some soda, and we just watch all the wrestling. And like I was into like Randy Orton, Mark Henry, like CM Punk, those guys, because like that's when I started watching it. But I just started doing my research, and my grandpa at the time, I still consider him a grandpa, but yeah, he would just give me facts on different wrestlers, and I just enjoyed watching it. And it kind of led me into this.
So let me ask this. Have you ever tried to emulate or hit any of those moves? And if so, what were your finishers of choice?
Well, what's funny is, yeah, I would try to like imitate those moves. When I would come out here to visit, like and see me, to see my other grandma, there was this neighbor across the street. His name was John, and he was a big like pro wrestling fan, but he's like 3 or 4 years older than me. I want to say I was like 9, 10 at the time, and he was like 13, 14. And we'd always just like mess around in his front yard and like just start doing like different moves on each other. And like he would like beat the shit out of me, like attitude adjustment me on my head. Like,
oh no.
He had like this like little playground in his front yard, and like we'd obviously be like messing around, but like he would just jump off of it like full force, just I mean, and that kind of made me tough, but it was fun. That's like where my love for fighting came. just messing around in the yard.
Now, I got the chance to roll with you today. You do not seem like you would take the pin well. So was there an issue that you had on who was going to win or lose? Because if you don't settle those things as children, those matches can go forever.
Yeah. I probably did some like cheeky stuff to like get him off me, you know, nut tap or something. But he was bigger than me. He was like he was going through puberty. He was big. I was still a small little dweeb kid. And I was like, let me
go back to this real quick. You said that you thought it was a good idea to hit some nut taps, to not take a pin in what is supposed to be a fake, prearranged who wins and who loses.
Kind of, yeah.
Okay. Did you ever go through the exercise of saying like, hey, we're going to do this, but I'm going to win, I'm going to go over, or you're going to go over?
Well, we didn't know it was like scripted at the time.
No.
So it was like, you know, we're just gonna go for it. Like it was kind of just like fighting in a way, but not hitting each other. Like we would obviously when we're punching each other, like not obviously hit each other in the face.
You were trying to like, you were staging your punches, right?
Yeah.
So you were making sure you weren't connecting.
Yeah.
At one point when we were rolling, you did try to get some energy by going and bouncing off the cage.
Yeah.
And I thought, all right. And the wherewithal is I noticed you didn't quite know how to land the move. So you were almost going like Ultimate Warrior, like splash. And I just looked at him and I go, nah, that was like
nothing.
That was like 2 stars. I can't fully say that was great.
Yeah.
But you don't have to say which move or moves.
Okay.
But do you feel you need to tell the people if I did accurately or did not accurately hit at least one or more pro wrestling finishers when we were rolling?
Okay, he was pretty accurate today. I'll admit that.
Okay. Did you think I was going to land one of them?
Oh, for sure. I mean, I know you're a veteran in this game, so.
WWE BJJ Hall of Famer, which is kind of weird because like it's something I created, so I don't know that I can really assign. You know what? I can do that. If Triple H is going to be in the Hall of Fame of the WWE,
true,
we can do that for me.
Yeah.
I just always like to tell people this. I'm always having a good time, but it did take you a minute to realize you were getting pinned multiple times.
Yes, sir.
And then I had told you before, I was like, hey, bro, just so you're aware, pins are coming. And literally the first 5 didn't even notice. You were just like zoned out.
Hey, pins don't count in a jiu-jitsu match.
Absolutely. They 100% count here.
Last time I checked, point-wise, they don't count.
Wow. Okay. You know what? I'm going to have to refer back to the tape where every time you realize they did count and he was trying to kick out on a couple of those.
I was kicking out.
A couple, not a lot. But what I do want to point out here is this, is that you have a very good guard. So it's really fun when you're shooting up triangles and whatnot. And what people don't know is that if you do double underpasses, the person's shoulders are all the way up against the mat.
Yeah.
So I would literally just hold them in place and start counting. And there was one move I just couldn't quite hit, but I was looking for it. And it literally is like where you put your legs over their arms and you hit like a crank of some sort.
Oh, okay.
And I was close, but he was moving well on it. And I was like, damn, I really want to hit this one just to say I got it. But that's what happens when you roll with other fellow pro wrestlers. I just didn't know that you were not even doing pro wrestling. You were doing pro wrestling where you were kind of like gimmicking the punches.
Yeah.
But the match was for real in your head.
Yeah, you can say that.
Okay. So that's why I was trying to figure out what the finishing move you hit at the time was. Were you an RKO guy? Were you somebody, because you kept saying, you were like, dude, let me hit an attitude adjustment on you. And I was like, you can't pick me up. And then you realized very quickly how heavy I was and you go, I can't.
Yeah, definitely the RKO. I'd go for that a few times. Mm-hmm. Attitude adjustment. John Cena was like the guy then.
Yeah.
Eat tombstones, believe it or not. Sometimes I'd get pile drived into the dirt.
Yeah, because you're a thin dude.
Yeah.
So like you have to take all the power moves.
Yeah.
So you're trying to tell people, like, believe it or not, me right now, all $150 of you, you're like, can you imagine me at 120 pounds getting tombstone? It's like, dude, if that dude was bigger than you, he was looking at you like, oh, I got my Rey Mysterio. He's got to take all the bumps.
Yeah. Basically.
Fair enough. Okay. Well, it does explain why there's a resourcefulness for you. And it does kind of show that you had an interest in fighting. But okay, let's talk first about your fight and then we'll come back to there.
Okay.
But what did it feel like for you in this fight? Like, what do you feel like you improved upon from your last fighting experience to this fighting experience?
Thing I improved upon. I think I was just a little bit less gun shy. I don't know what was going on with me before the last fight, but I wasn't kind of like in my zone, I would say.
Okay.
And I don't want to like make excuses. The guy was a good competitor. It was just, I feel like any other night I would have beat him, and just got to live with it, but it's okay.
Like, why do you think that was? Like, you mentioned being gun shy, and that happens for a number of different reasons. And I know you're not looking for an excuse.
Yeah.
But like, in your brain, was it a mental block? Was it a physical block? Was it just like you went to practice 2 days later and you were able to like get shit off again? Like, where was the disconnect for you?
I mean, I know how I am like as a fighter. I know what I can do and what I can't do. And I think if like I really was confident in that fight, I could have done some more stuff to squeak my way or even get the finish. But, you know, it's still a learning experience. We're amateurs, so just get better off of it.
It's difficult to not beat yourself up too much on it because that stunts the growth.
Yeah.
So I'm glad you were able to make that recovery, and then you make this much better, much improved version of you as a fighter that I was very impressed with. You know, I was happy to see you make some great improvements since. So
yeah.
Why do you feel you ended up winning this last fight?
Like I said, just more confidence. I was using my range a lot. I was throwing a lot of those push kicks. I was opening up with the left hand a lot that was hurting him. And yeah, I just let my strikes go. Was confident in what I'm able to do and got me the win.
Nice. What did that win feel like to you? Because keep in mind, the story for us is you were kind of telling me like, hey man, I'm getting that interview.
Yeah.
And I said, okay. And then here you are, you get this moment. And then the first things out of your mouth are when I say, how do you feel? You go, I visualize this. And you were like, I visualize this interview, you and me in this cage. So what was going through your mind? Like, what were you visualizing to give you that fuel to help you get that win and train even harder?
It was just honestly coming off of like the last 2 losses. Because like I said, told you off air, I have 2 other fights that are in Nevada. But yeah, I lost by finish in that fight and then losing the decision. I was like, I just gotta train harder, go back to the drawing board and just figure out what I gotta do. And honestly, it was just kind of a switch. I was like, I know this guy's gonna hit hard. I know he's gonna try to come at me because that's what the last 2 guys did. And I wasn't as like aggressive, you could say, in those fights. So yeah, I just had to kind of flip the switch and be like, I can compete with these guys. I shouldn't be scared to go in there and do what I do.
I think you're right, but I'm also keenly aware of your jiu-jitsu prowess. Like, I think that you are a jiu-jitsu guy who is learning more and more how to be a striker, and you have good inroads, because to me, especially having seen a lot of your game today, it's like, no, you think very well as a jiu-jitsu practitioner. And because you have that good foundation, if somebody submits you, they got to be pretty good at jiu-jitsu. So that's part one. So I feel like you got solid work there.
Yeah.
And I think that as a striker, you're continuing to evolve and you're finding your shots and you're finding your stuff, but you're 20, which, by the way, happy birthday.
Thank you,
celebrated over the weekend.
Yes, sir.
But you didn't tell me. So when I was trying to arrange a time, I didn't know it would be the Sunday after your birthday. So did you have to move any birthday plans for any of this interview and this training?
No.
Okay, thank God. Because the minute I saw people put it up on Friday night, that told me, I was like, oh, his birthday's Saturday. Oh no. Oh no, I hope I didn't make the family like have to reschedule like a birthday dinner or something.
No, you're all good.
So how did you celebrate the birthday this year, sir?
I was just hanging out with my girlfriend at her house. She got me some cake. And
what kind of cake we're talking here?
She had a few different cakes that she got, but I just ate the chocolate cake. She got like 2 or 3 different cakes.
Okay.
But yeah, I ate it.
Wait, I'm sorry. 2 or 3? Like, where does this go on you? You're a $150. So why are you having 2 or 3? And when you say 2 or 3, it's not 2 or 3. You either have 2 cakes or 3 cakes.
Okay, let me rephrase.
Thank you.
So, her mom went to like Trader Joe's, and there was like this like food bank going on, and there was like just cakes everywhere just for free, which is like kind of cool because my birthday was coming up. And like they got like 7 cakes. Like when I looked in the freezer, fridge, there was like 7.
No, you said 2 or 3, and now we've gone up to 7. Yeah. So did they say 2 to 3 are for you?
Yeah.
And then they have some other ones for other people now.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So we like sung happy birthday with like the chocolate cake I was saying.
Okay.
And then we brought one of the other like vanilla frosted cakes to where my parents were. So
okay.
We celebrate with them.
So it's 2.
Yeah, 2. And then my mom happened to get a cake, so there was 3 cakes for me basically.
I mean, this is kind of normal, but it's the reason why you just say, "Oh, I actually had 3 cakes." When somebody says 2 or 3, you're like, I don't know if I consider that a cake. Like we're not playing Netflix's Is This Cake? So that's why to me, I'm like, no, bro, you should know.
Yeah.
And
there's like 7 cakes.
Well, now I know there's a deeper story of 7 cakes. So whose birthdays are coming up next?
No one.
We're just ready for whoever it is.
There was just free cakes and
no one. I mean, listen, bro, you don't have to tell me.
Yeah.
Free 99 is the best.
Exactly.
And I'm happy about that. But like, can I tell you why I think it's a good idea?
Why?
If somebody else's birthday happens and you don't have time, and this happens as you become more of an adult, you start running out of time to go, I don't have time to go to the store. Just get a cupcake with a candle and just put how old are they? Doesn't matter. If you're over 6, nobody gives a shit.
Yep.
So I'm a big proponent of, I'm happy to give you your day, but it's usually a dinner. We'll do a gift, something kind of special. But when I got older, I used to work for the Tonight Show, and it's a free show. People would come see it.
Yeah.
But then every once in a while, you get somebody to be like, "Hey, bud, it's my birthday today," and I'm like, "Oh, okay, well, for sure, sir. What does that mean? You're 45, sir. I feel a need to tell you we don't do anything extra for that."
Yeah.
And at the time I was working for Jay Leno, so I want to be like, Jay's not gonna really come up to you and be like, "Hey, happy birthday."
Yeah.
Like, it's just the neediness of it took me out so bad. And since then, if I see people at restaurants and all that sort of stuff, I kind of don't mind it there, but I always look at the wait staff like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. So you had some cake, you got some family time. Did you guys go out to dinner or anything for that?
No, just got some like fast food, but
okay.
I won't say what that is because I'm cutting weight for a fight.
So I hear there's some stuff coming up in the near future for you, so I'm very happy about that. But for you to be able to make those moments with your family, that's got to be cool. Super happy about that. But you only turned 20, so you're away from 21.
Yeah.
So can't gamble, can't drink, can't do any of the
fun. You can go to Morongo. Morongo lets you gamble.
Oh, I see. All right. Now I understand who I'm talking with. Okay. If you were to gamble, young man, not to say he does, he is 21 adjacent. So that's next year.
Don't check my rain bet account.
Oh, God. No, oh, Jesus Christ. Don't get yourself implicated.
I'm just kidding.
Okay. If you were in a hypothetical child to gamble, what is your game of choice?
Definitely like Baccarat.
Baccarat?
I mess with slots.
Okay.
Slots is just like, you don't really got a good chance of winning.
Progressive slots, you can make some work, but it's a beast.
Yeah. Blackjack, Baccarat.
Okay.
Stuff like that.
You play poker?
I have. I don't usually play it though.
Good. Because I don't like your odds in poker.
You destroy me in poker.
Here's the thing, man. I feel like I read you pretty well.
Let me watch a few videos and I think I could take you.
Oh, man. Okay.
I started a whole new war, guys.
Yeah. It's kind of funny because, like, at one point today we're rolling. My man puts, like, a line in the sand moment. I was just like, uh-oh. I don't think he understands that of all people to do nonsense with, I am not that guy because I'll always play nonsense with them. And the nice part is this. I have to give you credit because you were a lot of fun. You gave great rounds to my guys. Yeah. So we had our comp team before we were there. And I asked him very nicely if he wanted to jump in and get some rounds because I was like, it's going to be about 25 minutes at least.
Yeah.
And I thought, if they're doing it, I don't want you to sit around and feel like not included. And he was great. He was giving nice short rounds to my guys. And then he stuck around, did a couple rounds with them before we started rolling. So
Yeah.
we had a good series of rolls. The only thing I will say about this man, it was hard to stop rolling because we were like messing around and then it was like, I think we're back in it.
Yeah.
So like I looked at my timer and I was like, I think we rolled perfectly on the hour on the dot. And then it was just like, you know, when you do something dumb and you're like, all right, I'm going to do this. Oh, nope, shit, we're back.
Yep.
And we're right in the thick of it. And then at one point you go, you asked for this. I was like, no, you're doing this back to me, dude. So I laughed pretty profusely, but a very fun all-around roll. So my compliments to you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. So we're talking about what's coming up next, but I guess I want to go back before we understand what's coming up next.
Okay.
So for you, I guess I'm wondering this first. Was your celebration any different for your last win than it was for your birthday? Because now that I'm thinking about it, I realize you're pretty low key in terms of a birthday celebration. So I'm wondering, was there any difference to the way you celebrated your MMA win?
Not really. I just hung out with my girlfriend again and we got some Taco Bell with Coach. And yeah, that was it.
You've perked my interest. Taco Bell. I want to know the order because I would like to judge if I think it is an acceptable order or not.
Okay, so I get like the big back order. So
okay,
I get the grilled steak burrito, and then I'll get a crunch wrap. I'll get double steak though in the burrito. Double steak, crunch wrap, supreme. These things called double stack tacos. They got my heart.
Oh wow,
I love those things. I got 2 of those, and then I got a big Baja Blast.
Okay, you're okay now. But I want you to look up diabetes.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Because we're good now.
Yeah.
I think you got another 10, 15 years that is going to be just fine. But this particular order is reflective of someone who should be much fatter. Like,
yeah,
this is the real Ace Big Joe order, if we're being honest. Because I think, tell me if I'm wrong here, fans of him, the Big Joe seems almost not mocking, but like a reverse. Like,
okay,
because you're not big.
I used to before.
Hold on. How big are we talking?
Like 185, but I was like fat. I wasn't like in like the shape I am now. Like,
but you're not in shape now anyway. No, I'm fucking with him. All right. I'm just messing with him. He's in a good shape, but you're skinny as fuck now.
Yeah.
So that's why it's hard to adjust this. So you were 185 at one point.
Yeah, like during like high school, from like freshman to like junior year, I was like pretty hefty kid.
Okay.
Just like chubby in the face and like just chubby kid.
Okay.
And like, yeah, I weighed like $180. Yeah.
I mean, it's not super obese, but it's bigger compared to what we know right now.
Yeah.
Okay. What made you lose the weight?
I just started running a lot and more than I was doing. And I was living in Arizona at the time. So like it was super hot most of the time. So I was just sweating, doing a lot of like strength and conditioning. And yeah, the fat kind of went away.
Well, I mean, clearly it went away.
Yeah.
It didn't kind of. It's like just the same way you're like, I don't know, we kind of have 2 or 3 cakes. No, you have 2 or 3 cakes. You don't have 2 or 3. You have one or the other.
7 cakes.
Well, now we know you have 7s because you just keep lying to me.
All right.
But okay, you went from being a bigger dude to a not as big dude. And now that's important because you have found this passion of going into fighting. So I want to kind of strike this back a little bit more. Where does martial arts find its way into your life? Because you said during high school, you were starting to gain more weight. So that might be sometimes reflective of somebody who's not playing as many sports. Who knows? Can't tell. But for you, does sport itself find its way into your life first in other forms? Or did you find martial arts first?
I want to say like kind of found me. I was watching, it was John Jones versus Anthony Smith, I believe. And like I would watch UFC like a little bit here and there, but like I was never just like stuck to the TV. And then like I watched that John Jones card and like it was a pretty good fight. and I saw Anthony Smith not like quit after he got hit with that foul. And I was just like, oh, I want to start training. And my dad happened to know this boxing coach that he worked with. And like I started just getting like privates with him boxing. I was still like chubbier at the time, but yeah, boxing got me in shape. And then like a year and a half to almost 2 years after I got into jiu-jitsu, the guy named Rick Lucero back in Bullhead City.
Nice.
Yeah.
What do you remember about your first class?
Jiu-jitsu? Mm-hmm. Just getting like ragdolled. I would go with like some of the newer people, and like I felt like strong, like able to kind of like hold people down in a way. But like when there was somebody that just knew how to do something off their back, or like the sweeps, like I would just get flopped over like a baby. So that's what I remember, just getting suffocated and smashed for the first like year and a half.
Did having all those like wrestling moments kind of seep back in, because you weren't pro wrestling? Let's just be very clear.
Yeah.
You weren't even backyard wrestling. You weren't doing any of that.
Yeah.
You literally were having a mini fight club with your bro.
Yeah.
Under the guise of WWE based moves.
Yeah.
But you found at that point your durability.
Yeah.
Did that start to seep in, that you would put in reps all those years ago, and that they were kind of facilitating themselves now as you were kind of getting the shit kicked out of you when you first started jiu-jitsu?
A little bit, yeah. Can you kind of rephrase that a little bit?
Yeah, of course. Did getting the shit kicked out of you with wrestling nonsense help you to realize your superpower, that you would be durable enough in a world of jiu-jitsu where people could beat you up for real?
Okay. Yes. Getting my ass whooped in the backyard definitely showed me that.
Did you also realize how batshit it was to be wrestling? Because let's just be honest. Did you have mats then?
Oh, no. It was just on like grass.
Which is honest. Like, I felt this way. Everybody who did this like same thing. Mm-hmm. You look back at that era of wrestling or doing any kind of combat sport without mats, and you're like, that's why I have back problems. That's why I was an idiot. So do you look back at any of those days and just think like, what was I doing?
Sometimes, yeah. Some of the stuff was a little bit dumb, like jumping off like ladders and stuff. Or
hold on, we didn't go over that. Oh. How far are we talking on these ladders? And like, okay, Jeff Hardy, mm-hmm. how much are we going? Did we go through a table at any point?
Oh, a few, yeah. We'd set up like the plastic tables, kind of. And yeah, we just like pile drive, or not pile drive.
Wait, you got power bomb? You got power bomb through a table?
Many times.
Many times. Okay, so just so you're aware, we here at the gym, we do a thing called WWBJJ.
Yeah.
Okay. And the idea is to find the intersection of where pro wrestling and jiu-jitsu meets. Mm-hmm. So every year, I have like a signature match that we do. That is like, a lot of times it's been me versus the gym owner here.
Okay.
And we do it in like, in the same way when you're at Halloween and you can always be like an asshole.
Yeah.
And it's in character. When we do this, we get to be terrible versions of ourselves.
Okay.
That like can cheat and lie, and it's very fun. The gym owner, for the many years we have been doing this, has been like, put me through a table.
Oh.
And I go, I don't want to, because as much as I love pro wrestling, I always liked the technical guys. Your Kurt Angles, your Bret Harts.
Yep.
He who can't be named, very good at wrestling. Sadly, brain trauma probably did kill his family. Let's just say that. But like Chris Benoit, those people, I was like, damn, they're really impressive and they're very technical and fun to watch.
Yep.
So when he's telling me this, he's like, dude, put me through a table. I was like, I didn't have that experience. I didn't know how to put people through a table. So what is the key, the secret to going through a table, and how much does it actually hurt?
It hurts a little bit.
Okay.
Just on the back, really. I didn't know how to obviously break fall at the time, so I was just taking it on the chin, but it wasn't the worst pain. It hurt less than like getting power bombed onto the like actual dirt. So, because they weren't like wood tables, they were like the
plastic,
fold up plastic tables. So like they would, like, once you make like the contact with them, they just bend up, and it wasn't the worst impact.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you've taken worse impacts in MMA, period?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Well, hey, listen, I don't know.
You do know. You saw me getting picked up overhead and
I did, but you know what though? I didn't see you die. So
True.
anytime somebody doesn't die, I just go like, he's fine.
Yeah.
And I hate to say this, but when you fight, I just kind of assume you have a toughness about you, or you're going to find out you're not that tough and you won't do it anymore. So a lot of the guys, it's whoever sticks around, you go, there's a screw loose in them. We know that. But how much pain are they willing to take? Because this is just the public pain. It's not the rounds that people don't see.
Yep.
Having said that, not every fighter has gone through a table. So were you unlocking the table? Did you like not put it all the way fully so it would bend a little bit easier? Okay. Was there ever a table you went through that just kind of like went plop and you didn't go through it?
Mm-mm. It'd always just bend in half. Or
That's good.
Yeah.
This is good progress.
Yeah.
But if you were to give me advice, okay? And the owner here is like, powerbomb me through a table. One, should I?
Probably not.
Okay, why shouldn't I?
I mean, it's probably not good to get power bombed through a table because you could hit your head the wrong way, or like you could land the wrong way, like on your arm or something.
Okay, so now you become an activist against it. You're like, I've been there. I don't recommend it for not just the youth, but the clearly too old and should not be doing this.
But if you're a dumb kid and you like that,
No, he's not dumb. He's old now.
well, yeah,
And now should know better. But without fail, every time we do one of these things, and we do them like every other year or something, he without fail goes, this year I want you to put me through a table. And I'm like, bro, you're 30. So am I right or is he right?
you're probably right.
Okay. If I have to, what is the best way? Do you think that the mats here would make a difference if I put him through a table?
Probably.
And would that
He knows how to
absorb?
break fall, obviously.
I mean, you don't get a lot of time to break fall once you're coming down.
I mean, like, Kevin Owens.
Yeah.
Like when Kevin Owens pops you
Pop-up
up,
power bomb, yeah.
like you kind of have time to break fall.
The worst part is at one point we were saying we should have an additional crash pad here to do pro wrestling moves. And I go, I think it's better we don't have one, actually, because it forces us to not do them.
Yeah.
But we have still had him do some dumb moves in the past. So good to know. All right. Well, I'm glad we're getting this from an expert. Just
Kind of.
Well, hold on. How many tables have you gone through?
I want to say like 10, maybe.
Okay. More important question. Did you take the pinfall after getting powerbombed through a table?
A few times, yeah.
Yeah. Because you can't kick out after that, right?
Yeah, once you go through the table, it's just like done.
Okay, here's the other question. If
Get hit with a chair or something.
if you didn't agree to who won or lost, what was your get back on the bigger dude? Like, how did you beat him if you were agreeing to take those pins?
I don't know. Like we mess around with like chairs or like the barb sticks that they would use.
Oh, the kendo sticks?
Yeah.
Okay.
We'd whack each other with those. That's how I'd kind of get my get back, just with like the chairs and stuff.
Okay. Did you ever hit a submission finish on him there?
Oh yeah, like I would always try to like go for like spears, stuff like that. So I liked Roman Reigns at the time. Then
No, you got away from the Roman Reigns. You're not part of the bloodline anymore, sir?
I still think he's cool. Like always loved Roman Reigns, but yeah, the bloodline stuff's kind of
They after I think that WrestleMania and the Sami Owens run, or the Sami Zayn run.
Yeah.
Sorry, Sami Owens. Just combine both of you. Both of you are legit. El Generico, if you would. After that era, I was kind of like, I don't think there's topping this. Like the Sami Zayn storyline was superb, and then I felt like once we crowned Cody Rhodes, I was like, I think we're good.
Yeah.
And they go, just kidding, Bloodline 3.0. And I go, you know what? And then they just keep going like, here's a cousin. This is my other cousin. It's another Oos. And I go, you can, how many family members do they have? And they're always like, oh, they got like 5 kids. I go, this shit's going to be on forever, huh?
Yep.
All right. We're going to see every one of these children show up over time. Okay. Well, that's good to know. Okay. So let's go back to your jiu-jitsu.
Okay.
You remembered your first experience. You said you were getting the shit kicked out of you.
Yeah.
But what stuck out to you specifically? Like, do you remember the scenery? Do you remember the coaches? Do you remember like the takeaways of saying like, okay, this is the world I'm now entering?
So my coach, or my old coach at the time, Rick Lucero, like he was a hard ass like on his fighters and like competitors, and he knew like I knew how to strike a little bit because like that's where I started off, and I went in on like a Thursday for like a striking class, but he had already seen my like jiu-jitsu on the first day, but he would always just like compliment me on my striking and stuff. But back to like the jiu-jitsu day, yeah, I was just going with like a bunch of strong guys, and like I'd like obviously didn't know how to frame or like do a hip escape or anything. So like I would just get like taken down, put in a bad position because I had no takedown defense like whatsoever. And just, yeah, just kind of like played with like Jello. That.
So the question that we naturally go into after all that is, when did you know you were in love with jiu-jitsu? Like at what point did you actually say like, this is more than something you're just going to do as a hobby because now you fight? So at what point did you realize, damn, I love this sport?
I finally like picked up submissions a little bit and was like, yeah, this is fun. And then I just fell in love with it. Just learning submissions.
So hold on. Are we talking like day one or like a few weeks into it?
Like,
because when you say submissions,
like a few months in.
Yeah, I was about to say, you're probably not getting submissions really soon, but you are finding a love for it.
I did get like a few like bullshit guillotines that like were pulled off on some white belts. So my
no way.
Week. But
your first week?
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive.
But it was just kind of like just pulling it as hard as I could. It was just some bullshit guillotine. Like there's no technique trying to like get the...
I mean, to be fair, part of that is also you were probably putting into action what you've seen in the UFC.
Yeah.
So it kind of absorbed, and you probably were like, I don't know. I mean, it just seems like something I'm supposed to be doing.
Like a few times I kind of hit like what John Jones did to Leota.
Yes.
Like I was just kind of like holding it, and I was like, oh, I'm getting some taps off this. I mean, it worked.
Choke's a choke, dude. Doesn't matter if you're good at it or not.
But until I tried to do that on someone good, and it was just fucking throw me over their head, arm bar. Yeah, it was bad.
I mean, it comes with the territory.
Yep.
You're always going to find somebody who knows maybe a little bit more each time.
Yeah.
That's usually a good thing. So, okay. So then the next inevitable question is, why fight? Because you seem like somebody who it might have been destined in your future to become a fighter.
Yeah.
But it is also a very interesting proposition to tell someone, all right, this is how you're going to train every day, just so that you can be ready to have a fight.
Yeah.
That's a more adrenaline version of this and can hurt. So at what point did you decide like, man, I want to get in there to fight? Or was that something you always wanted to do?
Well, like when I was a kid, like I was playing like the basic sports like soccer, basketball, baseball. And like, it was like more like team oriented. And I just was like, I'm going to try something like I can do that just relies on me. Well, obviously you got to have a good team around you in fighting, but like when it comes down to it, it's honestly you versus you when you get in there. And that's kind of, I just want to like prove myself basically. That's why I got into fighting.
Okay. What have you learned so far in this young journey that you've had about yourself as you become a fighter?
I learned that my ground game isn't too bad. At first it was pretty bad, but yeah, I've noticed myself and like been seeing myself progress, like pulling off different moves that like I couldn't do. And even like with like boxing sparring or like any type of striking sparring, like I'm doing different moves that I just pick up from watching fighting or just studying the game. Cause like I watch fighting all day. Like it's what I do. I'll watch like all the amateur fighters that like I could be fighting, or like I'll pull up Shawnee's fights like at least a few times a week, watch them. Yeah, I just like watching fighting and like studying the game.
Are you a tape study guy?
Yeah.
Yeah. How many hours are you like dedicating a week to tape study?
A few, maybe like 2 hours. I'll watch, like if I'm booked for a fight or something, like I'll see if the guy I'm fighting has some fights published or what his background is or stuff like that. But I'm honestly just focused on like what my game plan is going to be most of the time. You can't worry about what somebody else is going to do. You just got to do your own thing.
Okay. I want to go into one of these stories about you that I believed I heard, and then I needed just to get a little bit more confirmation on what exactly happened here.
Okay.
So I was told there was an interesting way in which you became a blue belt. And the thing that is wild to me is the reason it stuck out to me is it sounded like there was almost, it's not a wager, but it felt like there was almost an award given to you for doing excellence.
Yeah.
That's just kind of like, all right, if somebody can do this, they will get their blue belt. So how did you end up getting your blue belt?
Okay, so I had my last white belt tournament in April, and I did pretty good. Like, I ran through everyone, and they're pretty competitive matches, but I was doing pretty good. And then the Monday after that, we lined up after class is over, and my coach like goes to the back and brings a belt out, and he's like, well, I only have this one blue belt. You know, I had some good competitors yesterday, and I don't know who's gonna get it. And I thought it was gonna be me and Shawnee. We were gonna have to like duel for it. I was like, damn, he's gonna try to take my head off. But it wasn't him, and he wanted to give my girlfriend the blue belt as well. But he's like, oh, I only got one. So you guys, I'm gonna drop it right here in the middle, and whoever taps first, or whoever gets the submission first is gonna get it. And I was like, fuck. Like, I love my girlfriend, but I was like, oh, I need this belt. I need this belt. Like, I'm tired of all the white belt jokes, like all the, you're just a shitty white belt, this, that. I was like, oh, I need this belt. She'll forgive me. And she gave me a good run for my money. She was scrambling well in the round, but I was like, yeah, I'm catching that neck. Sorry, sweetie.
Okay, let's discuss a few things here. I love this idea, and I actually wish it was you versus Shawnee, because I feel like that would have been a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Was Shawnee expecting that too?
I don't know. I feel like part of him kind of was, but I don't know. He was kind of telling me, he's like, oh, I don't feel like I'm ready. Like, he's like, I feel like I got to like win the next fight. Like, I got to do something like really that like puts his stamp that he's going to get that.
Sure. But the implications of, all right, you versus your girl, let's go. Who said they were doing it first, you or her?
Oh, she was down for it. Like, the way she started looking at me, she was like, oh, like she was wanting to take my head off for that belt. Because like she's really passionate about jiu-jitsu.
Does she compete a lot?
Yeah, she competes. Like,
and you guys obviously train together. So you're aware of what she's good at.
Yeah.
So she was thinking the same thing, which is, I want that blue belt, so I've got to rip him apart.
Yep.
Is this why you guys are perfect for each other, that you work well together?
I would say that, yeah. We have a pretty good connection.
Okay. Having said that, now you actually have to do the match. So you said it was pretty good. She gave you a run for your money.
She does most days. Like, she's a scrapper.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you end up winning.
Yes.
So what is her initial reaction? Is she happy for you, or is she just like...
Yeah, she was. She like, I pulled her up after, and like she just gave me a big hug and was like, she told me like, you deserve this. And I was like, well, you definitely deserve this too. But like, I don't know, I just kind of had to flip the switch a little bit.
I'm glad that you went with that as opposed to like, I do deserve this. And honestly, based on the criteria set today, you don't deserve it as much. Just today, though. But I also understand that when that sort of stuff happens, that it's a test. You know, it's a let's see what you guys do under pressure situation. And like, can you really go against your loved ones? Because sometimes you are going to compete against people that are close to you.
Yep.
And that's why you were thinking like, damn, I mean, if it's me and Shawnee, you know, hearing the regret in his voice, I want to point this out to your girlfriend as well, that his first reaction was just like, oh, I thought it was going to be me and Shawnee, and it wasn't. Womp womp. And then they're like, well, I guess it's going to be your girl. And you go, fine.
Yep.
Well, I got to take her head off now.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's how you can tell you're a new couple. But I just thought your coaches, by the way, I'm very pro these things to like come up with fun ways to give people their blue belt.
Yeah.
So I don't mind this. But I do love the implication that your coach was like, I don't know, man, you might have a bad night at home. Yikes. So I'm glad this worked out on the up and up.
Yeah.
But then what ends up happening as a result of that?
She so after like I get my belt wrapped around me, he goes back to like the closet again, and then he just kind of like spills out a speech for her, and then ended up giving her belt. So it was pretty cool.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Here's a topper though.
Okay.
If she had tapped you, do you think you would have gone to get the other blue belt?
Fuck no, dude. Fuck no.
There wouldn't have been a great speech about you afterwards. It would have been like, you know, Ace has been really busting his ass recently. But as we all know, Joe is the heart of the team. Here's your blue belt anyway, guy.
I would throw it. No.
You'd have been like,
here, Shawnee.
So wait, was it gi or no gi? It was gi, right?
No, it's a no gi.
Oh, it was no gi.
Yeah.
Oh man, you lucked out.
Yeah.
Because I'll tell you this, girls are very good at jiu-jitsu. They're very bendy at no gi.
Yep.
I feel a lot of girls, if you give them the gi, yikes.
They're better in the gi.
I think so. Well, because they have more that they can use to control you, and they're, along with there being in the cloth that you can be grippy and all that sort of stuff, there's a lot more sneaky loop chokes and stuff that can catch you that on any given day you might lose a little bit. So I think that's kind of the fun part to watch. So you lucked out, man.
A little bit.
And you know what? The weird part is when he told you that, did he say there was any limitations to any of the rules? Like,
no.
There was literally just whoever taps first.
Yeah. It was just.
Did you think about reaping at any point?
No.
No. Okay.
I literally like, if you see in the clip, like I'd literally try to jump a flying triangle.
What is wrong with you, young man?
But she knows I try to go for that like on her, so she'll be just like,
wait,
get the hell out of here.
How big is she?
She's shorter obviously than me.
Okay, so you're going for flying triangles on a shorter,
but she's strong. Like like she could like pick me up, and which is not saying much because like
no, you're not. You're very tiny, so
little dweeb. But yeah, she's strong.
Okay,
and her technique just like gets better every day. So,
but you're trying for a flying triangle on your girlfriend?
Yeah, she tries to go for them on me too. You should see the battles we do in the backyard. Like we have like a little mat set up.
Well, that's, you know, here's the good news. You've upgraded on your backyard fights now.
Yeah.
You've gone from idiot, bigger dudes to now being like, me and my girl just fight each other with some mats in the backyard now. I mean, I've seen the training footage of you guys having that mat space together, and that is a wonderful bonding moment. And I think that's really cool that you both have that to share. Having said that, I will tell you this, and I'm so sorry, I don't. What's her name?
Sophie.
Sophie. I don't know you personally, so I might be making some assumptions here. I might be. Women have very long memories.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't feel like she's going to forget this. I don't think this is done. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Do you feel like she has tried to take any revenge for that moment since?
I don't know.
Or is it just that none that you're aware of?
I will say one thing. She, we were doing like an MMA round, and like I was just kind of like flowing with her, but like she was like just everywhere, like trying to submit me.
Yeah.
And like she jumped on like an omoplata, and I was like, oh, I'm just gonna roll out of this, get up real quick. She, like, as I'm rolling, my arm's obviously exposed.
Yeah.
She catches it so quick, and I'm like, fuck, I can't tap this. I start hitchhiking so quick, but it was really tight. Like, if I didn't hitchhike at the right time, like, snapped.
Here's what you need to know. Because you're together, I'm feeling she's down for the cause in the same way you're down for the cause. So if she had tapped you, would you have forgotten about that?
Hell no.
Okay. I just need you to think the reverse version of that and just understand that all she'd probably, Sophie, very sorry if I'm wrong, but all she probably did is just go like, okay, I'm going to file that away for later.
Yep.
And when he least expects it, I'm going to do something like an aggressive omoplata, and I'm going to pull a card on him, and I'm just going to stare at him and be like, remember when you beat me as a blue belt? So I can't tell you it's for sure, but if it hasn't already happened yet, watch what happens before you get your purple belt.
Oh no.
It might happen that way.
Oh,
So
hope not.
little suggestion here. And again, Sophie, if I'm so wrong, I just apologize. I just love the fact that most couples would not have done it. And I have immense respect for you stepping up and being like, I'll beat up this bitch. This dude, he ain't shit. And then meanwhile, looking over and being like, there's a part of me in my head that because you said you did a flying triangle at her, I really hope the footage of her just swatting it away, being like, get that shit out of here.
No, I kind of like fell into guard afterward, but she has done that a few times. Like when I try to go for it,
Good.
I'll just be like,
Thank you.
get up out of here.
Hey, get the fuck off me.
Yeah.
The funny part is there was a moment we were rolling and he just looked at me and he goes, I can't triangle you. And I'm like, look at this giant ass head and these shoulders, dude. Like, I get that you're not bad at them. It's just the dream's not going to happen for you today.
Nope. Just got stacked every time.
I mean, stacked and pinned. Don't forget that.
No, we
won't mention every single pin because we don't have that time on the podcast.
You know how you said you put it in the drawer? I'm taking that one out of the drawer.
Absolutely. You can do it. The problem is you can't do anything about it. True. So like right now, until you keep working with my friend Drew. By the way, Drew, what are we going to do about this kid, man? You have so much work to do. This kid, here's what I know about you. Hold on. This is the stuff that I need to bring to your attention. And this is how I know if you've truly made it into the interview. All right. Ace, Joe, whatever you refer to him as, Drew. My man talks a good game. And it's not even at me. Like, it's fun when it's at me. I don't give a shit. But like, I know you be yapping on comments and to certain other fighters. So I'm just trying to tell you that as that goes up, expect people to be trying to want to kill you even more.
Yeah.
But now I know it's coming from both inside the house, like the call's coming from inside the room with your girlfriend and your training partners and the people you're trying to fight, and not even the people you're trying to fight. Some people just in the fight game.
Yeah.
So the antes are going to get bigger and bigger. So I hope that things continue to go well for you. But I just thought at least you would have one sympathetic person be like, babe, tough fight world out there. And she's like, you want to go right now? Fuck you, bro. So anyways, nice to meet you. Anyway, what is coming up next for you then, sir? Like, what do you have in the short-term future that you were looking to do?
So my next fight, it's booked for SparStar on December 6th at the Hawaiian Gardens Casino, which you should be calling.
Let's hope. I never assume anything. The folks at SparStar, we love them. But like, you know, it should be me and John.
You're like the face, dude.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I don't assume that either because I like to think, especially amongst an organization of amateur fighters, that the focus is usually on them.
Yeah.
What I try to do is facilitate good conversation. I try to be a educator about certain moves, especially to people who don't know.
Yeah.
And I like to think, this isn't part of the job description, but when people are talking shit about you guys online, I like to think we're a line of defense.
Yeah.
And it might be easy because we might be roasting some of you, but I don't roast people that I don't know. So, you know, it's like a brother situation. It's like, oh, you can't roast my brother. I can roast him.
Yeah.
You guys can't. So when I see people kind of going out of pocket, I'm like, you don't know who the fuck this kid is. Shut the fuck up. Like, be nice to him.
Yeah.
It's in a much nicer way, in a professional broadcast way. But yeah, so on December 6th.
6th, yeah, I believe.
Okay.
Fighting this guy, Saeed Turan. He's a Muay Thai guy. Guess he trains at City Otong. So time to get the hands sharp.
He's a solid guy. I recently reached out to him. I told him I'm excited for his fight too, even though that's you. So it'll be interesting because he's a good fighter. You're a good fighter. It'll be a very fun fight to watch. So you definitely want to catch that one December 6th, the next SparStar, Hawaiian Gardens.
Yep.
And in the meantime, what are you going to be up to, sir? So like, obviously you have that coming up. If you have your way, what does 2026 look like for you?
If I have my way, just going to try to stay active as much as I can. Hopefully by the middle or the end of next year, try to get a title shot somewhere. Whether hopefully it's SparStar, but if anybody else is offer me a title, you know, I'll come get it.
Is what it is.
Yeah.
Okay. Good to know. I think maybe the next time we come, I'm going to bring a medal and just be like dangling it up there and be like, hey, bro, it's a title, you know?
Hey.
And I'll see if, you know, if he brings it a little bit more that day. But I just like the fact that you had a good sense of humor, because I always, as I'm rolling, especially when it's for an hour, I just try to have fun with what we're doing. So I was like, all right, I'm going to talk shit to this kid a little bit. And you're receptive to it. You got a good sense of humor about it. And that always makes me laugh, because I go, all right, cool. We're going to not take this super serious as we're doing this. But training was good. I enjoyed it. What I would love to do right now, that is your camera.
Okay.
So here's what I want. I want you to look at that camera, tell the people why they should come see you on December 6th. You can thank any of your sponsors, any of your team that's been helping you in becoming the fighter that you are. And you can tell them whatever shout outs you want to give. So that is your camera, sir. All on you.
Okay, so why you should come watch me? I'm always trying to get a finish. This time I'm definitely going to try a lot harder to get one. And yeah, I'm just going to try to show some fireworks. So come and watch me, and it's going to be a bang.
Okay, here's what I want to do. You've watched enough pro wrestling to learn how to cut a promo. So I need you to be the amped up version of yourself.
Okay.
Okay. So who is your favorite trash talker pro wrestler?
So you want me to drop like a Colby Covington line?
I mean, here's the thing. You said Colby Covington. I think he's amateur status.
Okay.
But that he gets evoked reactions. But you notice that Colby Covington getting reactions in 2025 is not the Colby Covington of getting reactions in 2021.
Yeah.
It's not the same. You know why? You have to win.
Yeah.
So it's less trash talk and more like elevate. Get me there. Because here's the thing. If you didn't know pro wrestling, I'd be like, we got to teach you how to do that. I just want to know the urgency.
Yeah.
I want to see the dog in you that is cutting promos. So give me one wrestler that you like, and we'll just deconstruct why what they do is larger than life. On the microphone. One wrestler you like on the microphone.
Triple H is pretty good on the mic.
You like Triple H?
He's pretty good on the mic.
Okay. Do you want to know the secrets behind Triple H's?
A little bit.
Okay. His speech, his cadence. I'm a speech coach, so this all is like what I love talking about. A lot of what Triple H did was, you would notice he would get real deep in here because the words would be slower.
Okay.
So it would be less like bulky words, but it'd be like, you know, Rock, what we're going to do at Survivor Series, November 23rd, is you and me are going to go one-on-one, and now it's going to be personal, Rock, right?
Yeah.
Okay. How many words did I say?
Few.
25 words.
Yeah.
And some of them repeat. They're not even crazy different. The reason you do that is you elongate it, you cut a promo, but it's so that the cheap seats can hear you. So that when the microphone has like a short reverberation, it travels and goes up. Then you take your moment. Okay? So Triple H was essentially himself, but he would cut promos to make people have a visceral reaction to something. So what I would love for you to do, we're going to look at that camera. We're going to do our best Triple H.
All right.
And I want you to get slower with your words. And I want you to get more intense about why people need to come and see you fight. 1, 2, 3, and go.
All right. So why you should come see me fight on December 6th. I'm going to obviously show off fireworks. I'm going to be there to get a finish. And yeah, I'm just here to show out. And I'm ready to come get the belt whenever. So let me know.
Last part was better. Let's see if we can pull this out of you. I'm gonna draw from our own experiences. Okay. All right. Do you want to see me cut a promo about you?
Sure.
Okay. You want me? How do you want me to do it? In Triple H or as my voice?
Stone Cold.
Oh, you want me to use this voice here, son?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's try it without using the voice, because I think it's funny. If I get into it, it's just gonna be what? What?
The bottom line.
See, look. But I mean, they found a way to enhance their personality, right?
Yeah.
Because when Stone Cold would do it, it would be real, almost like a speech impediment. But he learned how to turn that slow-talking jackal son of a gun to let the people say what in between.
Yeah.
Okay? So here's what I'm going to do.
Okay.
I'm going to cut a promo on you and our roll, okay?
Okay.
When there's a space, I want you to say what, like an audience member would at a wrestling show, okay? All right, I got my man, Big Ace Joe over here.
What?
See, it's pretty good, okay? See, invoked response. My man thought he would come here, he would beat this man all around these mats, and you know what he found? His ass was pinned 1, 2, 3,
What?
4, 5, 6.
What?
My man kept getting pinned. In fact, at one point, he pinned himself because he didn't want any more of Stone Cold Steve Austin. And I'm going to tell you this right now. That triangle you got is garbage. You know what happens the next time you try a triangle? Stone Cold over here, I'm going to pick your ass up. I'm going to push you through that trash can. 1, 2, 3. And this man, he doesn't just take pins when he was a kid. This man got pinned 19 times here today. Where's the what?
What?
Okay.
Sorry, it was too.
It's a little rusty.
Good. It was all right. It was good.
It's all right. I'm gonna bring it home right now. Okay.
All right.
Well, I'll tell you this right now. Here's what's gonna happen. This man's gonna fight December 6th. SparStar. Okay.
Promotions.
SparStar promote. What are you doing, son? You selling this or me?
You.
Thank you. Can't even drink a Steve Weiser right now. Trying to correct the man who can actually go out to a baccarat table. This dude can't even look him in the eyes. Just goes, sir, I'm so sorry. I'll be ambled a little too heavy. Let me tell you this. December 6th, you want to come see this man perform in front of your eyes, your ears, and you're going to get up on your feet. You're going to raise your beer and you're going to go, hell yeah. If you want to see this man fight on December 6th at SparStar Promotions, give me a hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
What is that? What is this?
Hell yeah.
Thank you. And then after he wins that, I'm going to drink 1 Steve Weiser, 2 Steve Weiser, 3 Steve Weisers, and I'm going to stun him, tombstone him, and I'm going to put him through this table, and I'm going to count till the cows go home. You can count 100.
And then I'm going to have another beer.
So that's not bad. But what you get is energy, passion.
Yeah.
All right. I want you to try one more time at that. But here's the thing. I just cut the meanest promo on you, right?
Yeah.
I literally said your jiu-jitsu is trash.
Yeah.
So use me and what you think you can do to me the next time as the subtext of why you're going to tear it up December 6th at SparStar. Are you ready? Take a deep breath. Exhale. Now channel your inner pro wrestler.
What voice I gotta say this in?
You can say it in yours, but notice, watch. Stone Cold voice is just me doing this, right?
Yeah.
If it's me talking about you, this is the voice I use.
Okay.
Ace. Why do they call you Ace? It doesn't matter why they call you Ace. You know why? Because today you weren't the ace. You were to the bottom of the deck. And every time I looked at you, I thought you were actually the Joker because you know what? You just discard the Joker at the beginning of the round, just like I did in the very beginning. But you know what? I gave you a time. I let you come back in. I let you buy back in an ante into that round. And you know what you did? You just kept buying in. That's just me. That's my voice.
Yeah.
But all I do, I just add a little urgency to it. Okay. And what it's doing is, even though you know in your brain, you're like, all right, we're having fun. The parts where I'm like, your jiu-jitsu is trash, you're like, wait, hold on. Hold on. Does Ref hate me? What's going on? And you ride that thin line. So that's what we're trying to get to.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
All right. You guys can show them.
Let's try it again.
All right.
First things first, put a little bass in your voice.
All right. So I'm fighting December 6th, SparStar Promotions.
Okay, take your time.
Okay.
So tell me, all in one clear voice, when you do this, I'm fighting December 6th at SparStar Promotions. 1, 2, 3, go.
I'm fighting December 6th at SparStar Promotions. I'm going out there to put on a show, and I'm honestly going out there to get a finish this time. Mark my words.
Honestly, a little more serial killer, and I kind of buy it. It's like definitely one of the mid-carders. You're definitely not on like the main card. Mm-hmm. But like, you know, it was kind of psychotic. It kind of works for you. I kind of see how that works. We're going to go more the psychological route with you.
Okay.
But I want you to learn. So now that you've cut that one, let's see if we can take it one step further. I want you to look into that camera right now. And I want you to tell me why you think you're going to beat me the next time we roll. 1, 2, 3, go.
So why I think I'm going to beat Rafs the next time we roll.
No. Make it personal. Tell me, Raf, I'm going to beat you the next time because...
All right, Raf. I'm going to beat you.
No. Look at the camera. You don't have to look at me. I'm going to make you intimidated, bro.
No way.
Wait, okay, then do it. Say it to me now, then. Yep.
No, we go back.
All right, look at the camera. Cut the promo at me.
All right, Mr. Esparza. You think you got the edge on me today, but I'm gonna work on that triangle. I'm gonna have better control on the back next time. And catch some necks, or in this case, a neck, your neck next time.
You know what? It's progress. We'll take it. It's got some work to do, but like, just remember, I want you to take that feeling that you had when I was calling out your jiu-jitsu. I want you to put that in a bottle. So that way, when you have that urgency of like, I need to talk trash, you can pull that out.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
There are consequences though. So what he was just saying to me, man, the next time, 100% putting it on him. This dude, he thought one Walls of Jericho was bad.
The comment section better say he's got to stand up the whole time. No guard pulling. No sitting down.
Wasn't a problem for me today.
No. I was doing good when we were standing up. Don't lie to him.
I have no reason to lie.
I was doing all right.
You started okay, and then some things happened. All right.
Well, we'll just disclose that all day.
I love the fact that the kid's just like, I'm not learning how to cut a promo better, but I'm getting my feelings hurt, and now I'm gonna go after you, Raf.
Yep.
But you know what? That's what I want. So the next time we train, we're gonna have even more fun. We're gonna do some even more nonsense. But Joe, Ace, whatever you go by today, I appreciate you and your time.
Thank you so
I
much.
wish you luck on the very next fight. I'm hoping I'm commentating it. I think it'll be a lot of fun. And I know you and your opponent will bring fireworks. It's going to be a fun one to watch. And you guys don't want to miss it. All right, let's do this. If you guys have made it this far, I would love it if you could like, comment, and subscribe to this video. And if you didn't know what you want to comment on, here is the prompt, okay?
All right.
So what was the prompt you were trying to give them? It should be that you need to try to tell me that I have to stand up. That's the prompt you want?
Yeah.
What's your best reason that the next time I roll with this guy, I have to stand up the entire time? Is that it?
Yeah. Just tell him to stand up in the comments.
This is very misrepresenting because he's making it seem like I didn't stand up with him.
No, he did. He did. But where I was getting messed up was majority from him from his back.
I mean, legitimately just playing off my butt, for sure, yeah. I think he doesn't know the secret of being old, which is, I don't have to stand up anymore.
True.
Like at a certain
old school jitsu.
Like, bro, at a certain point, you just get to a point where you go, hey, if you want to beat me, you have to do these things. I'm not doing shit. When we literally do this, it is an agreement. You do all the work. I'm like, nope, have fun. I'm not doing that shit. So it's a lot of me having fun and recognizing, all right, well, if that's what's going to happen, you're going to have to do some heavy lifting, sir. But nonetheless, yes, tell us that. And he is more than welcome to come back and visit us. You were, again, so great with our guys. So we appreciate that. All right, here's what we're doing. Like, comment, and subscribe. Also, go check us out, rafsparza.com/merch. Get you some Grappling Hour merch. Get you some hoodies to stay warm when you are competing. It's really important. We've seen some fighters who need to stay warm, sometimes in between fights that go a little bit later. So you want to do that. And then you can also check us out, patreon.com/grappling hour. See these interviews 30 days before anybody else, and along with some extra bonus content only available to our premium users. And finally, folks, if you want to continue the conversations we have here on the show, always just check us out on our Discord. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think that's going to do it here for us. I should move this. Hold on real quick. I think I'm going to powerbomb him through this table right now. It's going to be rough, but he says it doesn't hurt. He's fine. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. It's been a great day for grappling. We'll see you back on the mats.